Hello and welcome to question 7. Question 7, 100 children aged between 11 and 15 were asked to work out the amount of sugar they consumed on a typical day. If you ask me, all of these are high values. It's crazy. The table shows the results. Draw a suitable frequency diagram to represent the information. So that's 4 marks. Oh, we've got a histogram down there. So I might just draw a histogram for that first bit and then I can compare them. Okay, so histogram. That means I need the frequency density. The frequency is the area, so frequency is at the top of this little formula triangle that I like to make. Class width and then frequency density. So the frequency divided by the class width will give me the frequency density, which will then give me the height of each graph. So 40 divided by 12, I need my calculator for. Don't wrong around. 12 divided by 40. I thought of it that way. I still said it the other way. 18 divided by 20. 23 divided by 10. 2.3. This one's 2.7. 20 divided by 40. That's nice and easy. 0.5. Okay. So frequency density, we don't need to go too high really with this. Can I go 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1? 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2, 2.2, 2.4, not tall enough. So we'll go 0.4. No, we won't do it that way at all. We'll go to 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.53, so that each bar can represent, or each little square can represent 1. And then I need to get to 120 on here. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, that works out nicely. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. I mean, this is why it's an open question. So people could draw a cumulative frequency graph, they could draw a frequency polygon, and therefore marking it would be an absolute nightmare. 0 to 40 goes to 0.3. So that's 3 squares. And of course, in the exam, you will use a pencil and you will use a ruler. 40 to 60 is 0.9. Across we go, and then down like so. 60 to 70, 2.3. There we are. Nice thin one. 70 to 80, 2.7. So that's our tallest one. 2.7 is there. And then 80 to 120 is 0.5. So straight across and then straight down. Done. Happy with that. 4 marks. Lovely histogram drawn. We've got the frequency densities. I'm gonna label it as well. I don't want to lose any marks for not labeling that. What will be this bottom bit? Amount of sugar. Amount of sugar in grams. Wonderful. Per day, but it doesn't say that in the table. Okay, so that's quite a nice graph, and we've got another one coming up. 100 children and their parents took part in a health project. They were given information on how to reduce their sugar consumption. 1 month later, the children recorded their sugar consumption on a typical day. The histogram shows the results. The recommended daily consumption of sugar for these children is 30 grams. Has the health project affected the number of these children having more than the recommended daily consumption of sugar? Use the histogram to support your conclusion. So 30 grams on the previous section. Okay, what we can do with this, I'm going to go red here. 0.3 times 30. What does that give me? Gives me 9. So 9 we're at 30 and below. So previously, 9 children consumed 30 grams or below. That's a rough estimate because we don't know what these values were in this Venn diagram, but It's fine. Now we need to work out how many of these children in this group. And therefore this first slot we've got 0.4 times 20. And then in the second slot, it's 1.6 times by 10. 0.4 times 20 is 8. 1.6 times 10 is 16, and that makes 24. So now 24 children are consuming 30 grams or lower, and therefore the project was successful. I might even put an exclamation mark. Right, that is question 7 done. I will see you at question 8.